Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, and we are yet to see when the CUET application form will be made live on the portal they have spoken about. Unfortunately, all of you have been waiting. We all have been waiting for the entire day today. The only change which has happened is the color of the screen. If you go to the website of CUET, hopefully later tonight the application forms will be coming out. So we decided to go ahead and do this session today on the eligibility criteria of the UG courses, which most of the people are worried about, because as part of the CUET admission process, the universities are free to decide their own eligibility criteria, or in fact most of them would retain the eligibility criteria which they had even in the previous years. But not many people have the awareness about those criteria as to what is the combination or specific requirements of each of the universities, and more particularly Delhi University is. तो लोगों को बिल्कुल बहुत कम स्टूडेंट्स को लोगों को पता है इसके बारे में कि what exactly, if you look at course by course, what is the criteria? Am I eligible for all the courses, or am I eligible for certain courses? Because it will all depend on what stream you had when you had what stream you had when you were in class 12. So there are a lot of factors goes into it. So please try to understand, each of the universities will have their own criteria and that is left to them. So as far as CUET is concerned, so NTA will only conduct the examination, for which the forms were supposed to come out today. Unfortunately, that has not come out. It's going to be slightly complicated, but there are few things which I hope you all have kept ready. One is there are certain documents always required. One is your photograph, name, your signature. So all these scanned copies you have to keep ready. Secondly, if you belong to any particular reservation category, you must keep your certificate ready, the scanned copy ready on your system, and as well as your payment details. So whichever card, whatever you are doing, using the mode of payment, all this you should be ready when you are making filling the form for the CUET 2022 entrance examination. Whenever the forms will come out, we'll notify you. Please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon. We'll definitely come out with the live form filling session. So as and when the forms come out, very soon we'll be back once again and we'll help you understand how to fill the application forms, because it is expected to be slightly complicated because you'll have to pick up the different domain subjects as well. Okay, so so let's go ahead and quickly today talk about, because all of you have been waiting for the entire day. So it's important that we spend the time judiciously, and that is the reason I'm going to go ahead and talk about today. And we change this to the UG courses eligibility criteria of Delhi University, which most of the students were demanding, and they wanted to know what has been the criteria or what is the expected criteria which is required. Now, before I go and talk about each of the eligibility conditions, one thing which is very clear is Delhi University has said that only 40% is required as far as class 12th is concerned. So that is the minimum eligibility criteria. That is the minimum eligibility criteria as far as Delhi University is concerned. And इसी on the same note, इसी तरीके से बाकी universities भी अपना कुछ ना कुछ criteria define करेंगे, which we'll get to know in due course of time. And that is the reason you should not be hurrying to fill the form. You should wait for some time. The last date is anyways is 30th April. Don't wait for the 30th April or 29th April. But I think you should take 7-8 days, 10 days minimum to complete the application process whenever it starts. So today, tomorrow, whenever it starts, you should take a week or 10 days time. Go slow. You can save your drafts, and please understand, by the time most of the universities will definitely coming out with some information, read them, understand them, and accordingly go ahead to fill the application form, because later you cannot make changes. In fact, that is very, very important. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at what Delhi University has to offer. Now, before I talk about specifically on the different courses, it is very important when it comes to Delhi University to understand that there are lists of subjects which you have to take care of. So they what they have done is they have given a list of subjects which can be considered as far as admission process is concerned, and this is all from the 2021 information brochure which Delhi University has had released. So most of the criteria will remain same with certain changes here and there. That is what we expect. Now, please understand when it comes to language subject, and this list A, list B has nothing to do with CUET. Please understand that is separate. So when we are talking about section 1, when it comes to CUET, section 2, they are separate. This is about Delhi University itself. Now, in list A, which is about language subjects, because language is a very important component as far as selection process is concerned in Delhi University. So you have two lists over here. First is A1, which includes all these languages: English, Hindi, Assamese, Gujarati, the scheduled languages basically. And then there are certain foreign languages which are also available in list A2 under both core as well as elective. So this is one of the list which you should definitely have in your mind. The second one is the list of subject electives other than the language electives, and this includes all the important papers which most students study in their class 12. So depending on your stream, you definitely would have most of this paper in your class 12. You must be giving your board exams on these papers actually. So when it comes to for that matter, when it comes to commerce, accounts ho gaya, economics ho gaya, then your commerce studies, commerce or business studies ho gaya. So commerce studies or business studies, some of the boards call them commerce studies. So all these are the core papers which are part of the list B. And you must remember list A and list B when you are looking at the eligibility conditions for each of the programs. Now we'll move on quickly to look at each of the programs when it comes to humanities, when it comes to commerce, or even for that matter sciences. So let's quickly look at that. Now, what has been the criteria for Delhi University when it comes to BA honors in English? Why BA honors in English is in the first place because this is the most in-demand course of Delhi University. This is the most sought-after program of Delhi University for last so many years. Now, to be eligible for English honors at Delhi University, one should have definitely passed English in the qualifying examination. Qualifying examination means your class 12th board examination. Okay, so when we are talking about calculation of percentage, we are saying for CUET, you definitely have to include English as a subject, as a language in the section A of the paper. Now, till 2021, what they were looking at, English and another 3 academic or elective subjects, which means depending on your stream, you could have picked up from the subjects among list A or list B. So you could have picked up another language as well. Now, when it comes to Hindi, criteria is little bit similar, while they had been very specific that you should have 40% marks, which is also the criteria for CUET. तो हिंदी की बात हिंदी में ही करते हैं. तो जो हिंदी का क्राइटेरिया था उसमें थोड़ा स्पेसिफिक थे लास्ट ईयर तक कि 40% होना चाहिए था आपको क्लास 12th में, as well as in the Hindi paper. That was very, very important. Now, so there are some boards where there is another paper which is Prabhakar in Hindi, that those students are also considered eligible. वो लोग जो इस कोर्स को पढ़ते हैं क्लास 12th में, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द बोर्ड, वो भी एलिजिबल है बीए ऑनर्स हिंदी के लिए. सो हिंदी एक इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है, वो होना चाहिए. अगर आप हिंदी ऑनर्स करना चाहते हो तो हिंदी ही आपको पिकअप करना पड़ेगा मोस्ट लाइकली फॉर द सेक्शन ए अंडर CUET, बिकॉज ये सब्जेक्ट्स की हम बात कर रहे हैं. When it comes to English or when it comes to Hindi, so those subjects become very, very important. Now, there are other languages as well. So we have the Delhi University offers BA honors program in Arabic, in Bengali language, in Persian language, Punjabi, Sanskrit, even Urdu actually. Now, one should definitely have, इसका क्या क्राइटेरिया है? इन वन शुड डेफिनेटली हैव 40% मार्क्स, दैट इज मिनिमम. और वैसे भी दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी तो बोल ही रहा है ना कि यू नीड 40% मार्क्स मिनिमम टू बी कंसिडर्ड फॉर एडमिशन इन दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी. So first write CUET, and then if you have 40% in your class 12, you apply to Delhi University as well. But for these courses, if you for to be eligible, 50% marks is also required in that concerned subject. मतलब आप बंगाली पढ़ना चाहते हो, you want to study BA honors in Bengali, then not only you should have an aggregate of 40%, but one is also expected to have a minimum 50% marks in Bengali. Similarly, 50% marks in Sanskrit for BA honors in Sanskrit. Similarly, 50% marks in Urdu for BA honors in Urdu. So specifically subject ka jo criteria hai, that is around 50%. That is important. And I think this is something which you will like to retain. That might not change. Unfortunately, nobody has come out, none of the universities have come out and stated the exact criteria as far as CUET 2022 is concerned, but hopefully they'll be doing it. But if they don't do it, this is most likely scenario what they had in as far as the criteria was concerned in 2021, that is what they'll be picking up this year as well. Similarly, there are foreign languages which DU offers. So you have BA honors in French, German, Italian, and Spanish. Now here you can pick up one language and three best academic or elective subjects either from list A and list B combined. Okay. The next program when it comes to BA honors or Bachelor of Arts is BA honors either in applied psychology, you may pick up geography, you may pick up history, political science, social work, sociology, philosophy, or psychology. Now, there are no specific requirements. Yes, but if somebody has this subject, 2021 till 2021, what they used to do, if somebody had studied these subjects in class 12 and presented that for the best four calculation, क्योंकि 2021 तक क्या था, merit based admission में best four consider होता था दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के लिए, not all five. Now if you presented that subject, for example आप BA honors history करना चाहते हो और आपके पास class 12 में history था, so you had added advantage, आपको extra points मिलते थे, 1%, 2%, depending, you had that advantage, which is most likely not going to be there this year because anyways for change of stream also, there is no deduction happening from 2022, which Delhi University has stated in media, which means पहले जो एडिशन बेनिफिट मिलता था या जो भी डिडक्शंस होते थे बिकॉज यू डिडंट हैव द सब्जेक्ट, अगर वो नहीं हो रहा तो एडिशनल बेनिफिट भी नहीं मिलना चाहिए, मोस्ट लाइकली द सिनेरियो वुड बी. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि वन लैंग्वेज एंड थ्री बेस्ट एकेडमिक और इलेक्टिव सब्जेक्ट्स which may more likely will make you eligible for admissions to any of these programs, which means even if you're from sciences or you have commerce, you can definitely pick up this program very easily. Nobody have an advantage or disadvantage. Now, BA program, which is the pass program, wherein various combinations are available, the criteria has always been to have 40% marks in class 12, along with one language and three best academic subjects or elective subjects from the list A or list B can be picked up. So these are the criteria. These were the eligibility conditions as far as 2021 is concerned. Now, economics, I am sure a lot of you would be searching that under the commerce, but Delhi University offers the economics program not as commerce or sciences, but it is a BA honors program. It is treated as an arts course. And the requirement till 2021 was to have 45% marks in class 12. And one of the most important eligibility criteria has been to have mathematics in class 12. Unfortunately, Delhi University does not consider applied mathematics as mathematics when it comes to admissions to the BA economics honors. If this doesn't change, and if you have applied mathematics in your class 12, which means you are not eligible. So ये सिचुएशन अगर चेंज नहीं किया उन्होंने अप्लाइड मैथमेटिक्स को फिर से कंसिडर नहीं किया, then you will not be eligible for the economics honors admissions as far as Delhi University is concerned. So maths is the most important subject because ये होना चाहिए आपके क्लास 12th में, और core maths होना चाहिए if you want your to take admission in the economics program. One language, three best electives can be chosen. And till last year, economics, if one had economics, then they had definitely had an added advantage over here, which I'm sure may not be the case this year. So as and when Delhi University comes out with the exact, and whenever they come out, we'll come out with a live session and we'll help you understand if there is any change as far as the eligibility is concerned. Then there are certain vocational courses which Delhi University offers. So there is BA Vocational Studies in Human Resource Management, Management and Marketing of Insurance, Marketing Management in Retail Business, Material Management, Office Management, Small and Medium Enterprises, and Tourism Management. Now, to be eligible, even the related vocational subjects are treated at par with elective. While it is not mandatory. So again, if you haven't studied HRM in class 12th, if not part of your board, then it's not a matter of worry. Of course, they are treated at par. If you have studied, that's wonderful. Nahi to, the requirement is one language plus three best academic elective subjects. That is what the requirement has been. So this is about these 7 vocational courses which are offered by Delhi University. Now, there are 2 more programs, but these are your journalism, mass communication program, for which the requirement has been 40% in class 12th and 50% depending on the language. So if somebody wants to do Hindi Patrakarita, which means कोई हिंदी जर्नलिज्म करना चाहता है, तो उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट होती थी 40% मार्क्स मिनिमम होने चाहिए थे ओवरऑल, लेकिन 50% मार्क्स हिंदी सब्जेक्ट में होना चाहिए था. सो हिंदी एक सब्जेक्ट होना चाहिए था क्लास 12th में, और उसमें 50% आपके स्कोर होने चाहिए थे क्लास 12th में. हिंदी लैंग्वेज हैज टू बी पिक्ड अप. हिंदी को ही पिक करना है व्हेन इट कम्स टू लैंग्वेज as far as हिंदी पत्रकारिता कोर्स इज कंसर्न. तो इस कोर्स में जो भी अप्लाई करना चाहेंगे, बीए ऑनर्स हिंदी पत्रकारिता, which is actually हिंदी जर्नलिज्म, if you want to understand that in English, तो इसके लिए जो एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया थी पहले, वो ये थी कि आपको हिंदी लैंग्वेज जो है वो हिंदी सेलेक्ट करना होगा, और अपने 3 बेस्ट जो होते थे. सो 3 बेस्ट जो सिचुएशन था वो शायद अब नहीं रहेगा, बट ये जो कुछ स्पेसिफिक क्राइटेरियाज हैं वो रह जाएंगे. मतलब आपको हिंदी एज अ लैंग्वेज ये टेस्ट देना पड़ेगा. Similarly, for journalism, now when it is journalism, it means the medium is English. So here the requirement changes and English becomes an important area over here, or an important subject. So English language आपको शायद select करना पड़ेगा when it comes to section A of CUET. तो सेक्शन ए, सेक्शन बी, सेक्शन 1, सेक्शन 2, सेक्शन 3, जिसपे हम पहले भी बात कर चुके हैं लास्ट यूट्यूब लाइव में. तो इफ यू रिमेंबर दैट, तो वहां पे आपको इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज पिक करना पड़ेगा, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज पिक करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. सो ये कंडीशंस हैं एज फार एज द ह्यूमैनिटीज कोर्सेज आर कंसर्न. इसके अलावा भी कुछ वोकेशनल कोर्सेज हैं. वोकेशनल कोर्सेज लाइक प्रिंट टेक्नोलॉजी, वेब डिजाइनिंग. तो यहां पे क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, किसी किसी कोर्सेज में मैथमेटिक्स इज रिक्वायर्ड. सो वन व्हेन इट कम्स टू प्रिंटिंग टेक्नोलॉजी, one language and mathematics. Now that this is important to understand, one language and mathematics. So iske alawa you can have 2 elective subjects. Similarly, when it comes to web designing, mathematics and any 2 elective subjects. मतलब वोकेशनल कोर्सेज में भी कहीं कहीं पे मैथमेटिक्स की स्पेसिफिकली रिक्वायरमेंट है. सो प्रिंटिंग टेक्नोलॉजी, वेब डिजाइनिंग, ऐसे 2 कोर्सेज हैं where you need to have mathematics in your class 12. So this is core eligibility criteria which hopefully will not change. When it comes to healthcare management, it is not that you need bio. Now, most people might even think that probably when it comes to healthcare, I might be requiring bio as one of the subjects. That is not required. One language and other subjects will suffice. Okay, so there's no specific. बट वो उन्हीं लिस्ट में होना चाहिए, लिस्ट ए, लिस्ट बी से होना चाहिए, जो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी डिफाइन करती है. Similarly, when it comes to retail management, the criteria is same. So you can be from any stream, English or Hindi. You must have studied in your class 12. Banking operations, similar eligibility criteria. So this doesn't require you to be from any particular stream, but there are some other papers which are also considered. So you might have studied these papers as part of your class 12, 11, 12th curriculum. It could include, it includes financial accounting, cost accountancy, auditing, cash management, and housekeeping. So in some of the boards, the commerce is also treated as a bookkeeping subject actually. So depending on which board you are from, if you have studied these subjects, those subjects are treated as equivalent to the elective courses actually. Now, software development is another course where you needed mathematics in class 12. So these are all the vocational courses. Now, moving on to the commerce. So Delhi University offers 2 commerce programs. One is BCom Honors. I'm sure you know about it. The best college, SRCC, we have talked about it in specifically in the SRCC video, which I have created. The selections till last year, the placements and everything I've talked about. You can check the playlist. Now here again, you need to have mathematics or even business mathematics will do, which in most cases the CBSE student know as applied mathematics. So either of them works for you actually when it comes to admissions to BCom honors. So mathematics, while it's an important criteria, but even applied mathematics is considered. Unlike for economics honors, where it is not considered. So you need to have one language, and you may pick up mathematics, accounts, economics, business studies. But thankfully, when it comes to switching of streams, so you may migrate from science to commerce. Now, instead of accountancy, economics, business studies, you can pick PCM, PCMB. That's not a problem. But please understand, mathematics is the core paper to study BCom honors in Delhi University. That is part of the eligibility criteria. Now, when it comes to BCom pass, again, it is not specific that you need to have mathematics, but you can be from any stream. Mathematics really helps, but you can be from any stream. This has been the criteria till last year. I'm again repeating, Delhi University or none of the central universities have come out with their specific changes in criteria as far as CUET is concerned or anything related to 2022. This information is based on what is available as far as 2021 is concerned. Now, coming to the science programs, so you have computer science, another very important and most sought after programs when it comes to studying science in Delhi University. For this, mathematics has always been an important subject, and one needed 60% in class 12th when it comes to mathematics. That is the bare minimum criteria. Other subjects which were considered included physics, chemistry, and even if you had computer sciences or informatic practices. But mathematics had to be included when it came to best four till 2021. Now, when it comes to mathematics or statistics as a program, the minimum criteria has been 50% marks in mathematics and an aggregate of 45% overall, which now becomes 40%, which they have clearly stated actually. So please understand this. BSc honors mathematics or statistics. Mathematics is going to be a very important subject. So most likely, if you don't have mathematics, you'll not be considered. Don't expect that change to come actually. So if you believe maths nahi tha and now I can pick up mathematics honors, that is not going to happen. And same is true for statistics. A lot of people leave mathematics, but they later want to continue with statistics. Please understand, maths is very important when it comes to studying statistics. Now they also have a pass course, which is BSc Mathematical Sciences. Again, here the requirement has been one language, mathematics, and two best. They go two best, three best. When we are talking about that, please understand this is as per the norms of 2021. Now, you may not have a requirement of three best or two best, but you can understand it from a section 2 perspective. So which are those two subjects you can pick up? So apart from mathematics, which might be definitely required, you may pick up, depending whether you are from commerce or you are from sciences, you may pick up physics, chemistry, you may pick up accountancy, business studies. That combination you can create. More will be clear as and when the forms come out. CUET form jab niklega, clarity aa jayegi. Anthropology, 55% had been the minimum requirement, along with the combination including physics, chemistry, and biology. Ye combination. So PCB students eligible to apply for anthropology BSc honors program. Biological sciences, which include botany honors, microbiology, zoology honors, the requirement is again PCB, physics, chemistry. Bio hona hi chahiye class 12th. That has been the main criteria. Now, when it comes to chemistry, physics, and polymer sciences honors, BSc honors in these three areas, these three are all separate programs. Physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Mathematics is very important when it comes to Delhi University. Chemistry honors, physics honors, and polymer sciences honors program. So physics, chemistry is definitely there, but you need to have. So if you have PCB, you can't apply to chemistry honors or physics honors अगर आपके पास mathematics नहीं है class 12 में. Electronics, instrumentation, physics, chemistry, mathematics combination. Mathematics again is a core paper, a very important paper actually. Okay, lot of questions on registration. Registration आया ही नहीं है अभी, form ही नहीं release हुआ है. The only thing which has changed is now they have made some graphical changes on the website, and they are still saying the application will be live soon. So we'll have to wait for that. Okay. Now, geology, which is another program. In fact, if you talk about best college for geology in Delhi University, it is Hansraj College. Now, when it comes to geology, again, you can be from PCB or even bio background. You might have studied biotechnology, biochemistry, or geography. So, if you're a humanities student, but unfortunately, humanities won't be picking up this one. So, these two are important ones. And between mathematics, geology, biology, biotechnology, biochemistry, and geography, you can have any of those subjects. So, studying geology, again, it seems that physics, chemistry are very, very important, and then you can be either picking up mathematics or biology as the other subject. BSc honors food technology, similar requirement, PCM or B. So that is the requirement. 50% in English. That may not be from 2022 as well. When it comes to biochemistry, you may not have physics, that works, but chemistry and biology subjects can be considered. Physics and is here given. So one of the languages can be picked up. 55% has been the requirement earlier. या ये condition है यहाँ पे physics या mathematics में से कोई एक चलेगा. Please understand. So जरूरी नहीं है. But mathematics or physics normally एक साथ ही होंगे. Most of the student, I don't come across people who take either of the two. That is something which is mandatory kind of, so it doesn't make sense much. But yes, chemistry, biology, between physics and mathematics, you can make a choice. So that is about biochemistry courses. Biomedical sciences is another program offered by Delhi University for which PCB works, physics, chemistry, and biology, which works. For home sciences, BSc honors in home sciences, again, PCB works. That has been the criteria. And for the pass course in home sciences, English along with any three other subjects where from the electives of list B can be picked up actually. So that had been the criteria when it comes to home sciences. Now, Delhi University also offers honors in life sciences, for which again the criteria is similar like other courses we were talking about just now. PCB along with English being a very important criteria. So instead of biology, if you have studied biotechnology or biochemistry, that also works. Now, for applied physical sciences with industrial chemistry, PCM is something which is required. Physics, chemistry, in place of chemistry, you may have computer science, but PCM is something which is required. तो जो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी का क्राइटेरिया है फॉर मोस्ट ऑफ द कोर्सेज बहुत सिंपल हो जाएगा. इफ यू आर फ्रॉम साइंस, it would be easy to migrate to commerce and humanities. In commerce, provided you have maths. If you are in commerce, it would be easier to migrate. Now there would be no very specific subject criteria in most of the courses. So this time, I think CUET helps a lot of students. Now let's look at finally the other few programs which are left. So BSc program. Now when I'm talking about program, we are talking about the pass courses. BSc Physical Science with Chemistry or Physical Science with Electronics as a combination. So Physical Science, Chemistry के साथ combination हो सकता है या Electronics के साथ combination हो सकता है. So these are the two courses. Again, your requirement is PCM, Physics, Chemistry and Mathematics. Same is true for Physical Sciences with Computer Science. So जो pass course है Computer Science वाला, उस पे भी requirement is PCM only. So those were all the important courses. As far as the BMS, BFIA, BB programs are concerned, I don't see much change except for the fact that probably 60% requirement would be done away with and they would go back to 40% requirement, but mathematics should still remain one of the most important subjects. So wo rehna hi chahiye. So that is something, and these are all the other combination of courses which we discussed today, which is available in Delhi University. So I hope this will help you actually to understand what had been the eligibility criteria. So give as and when now the forms will come out, will come back live, will study, will come back live, and will help you understand the form filling process as far as CUET is concerned. Don't rush. You should take your sweet time. Please understand that the form is requiring you to select different domain subjects for which you should know the university criteria. Different universities are participating in the examination. You should know the exact criteria of each of the university, because if you just follow one of the universities, then what will happen, their requirement would be different, the other university's requirement may be different, and they might require you to write additional papers. So please understand this. I hope this helps you. As far as DU is concerned, we'll do more sessions on the other universities later. But please, when the forms come out, we'll go live. We'll help you understand how to fill the application form. But as I said in the beginning, take your own sweet time. Next 7-10 days, go slowly, treat it and save it every time as a draft. Once you are final, once you are convinced, then only submit the form. Okay, so that would be all for today's session. Stay tuned, do subscribe to the channel, and do press the bell icon, because as and when the forms come out, the notification about the form filling session will be available, and you can come back live, and then we will do the session on CUET 2022 form filling. Thank you so much for spending your time here.